Atlanta pros play on the Fan. And every week we talk Atlanta football with former QB Matt Schaub.
Schaub, keep it, throw it, touchdown.
Presented by A1 Driveway Replacement, locally owned, professionally poured. Your new driveway in just one day. Visit a1driveway.com.
And joining us as he does every week, Matt Schaub joins us via the Loud Security Systems News Maker Live. Schaubby, we get ready for a game Saturday or Sunday in Germany, a 9:30 kickoff. It'll be early. Before we get to that game, where are we with the Atlanta Falcons? Too many ups and downs. Offense worked on the road against one of the best teams and really good defenses in the NFL, but you still did not come out of there with a win. What is still wrong, and what are the things that are right now with the Atlanta Falcons?
Well, I think, good morning, guys. I think a couple things that are right. If anyone had any questions of whether Drake London is a number one, top 7 or 8 receiver in this league, he is. And he's proved it last year, and he proved it the other day. Number 2, the pass rush. Love what they're doing with the pass rush, getting after opposing quarterbacks. 6 sacks the other day. But again, it's a lack of consistency. It's the inability to be effective on a consistent basis. We're just riding a roller coaster. And there's something to be said. If you want to get to where you want to go as a football team, throughout the course of the season, each game's going to have winning moments and moments that you need to show up and be at your best. And it's one thing to do it in the first quarter, but in the fourth quarter, when it's crunch time, in that moment, are you going to step up and make the play? Now, we saw that with Penix to Drake for the touchdown. Then you miss the kick. Then you get a chance with the ball. Do you have the ability to then go down and win the game? And we're seeing with this team right now, they don't step up in those winning moments.
No, they certainly have not yet, and it's unfortunate it came down to a kick, which you hate to happen, but an extra point, you got to make it. So you miss the extra point. It's 24-23. You do get the ball back. You got a 2nd and 10, and more of an issue than the clap gate where the center snapped the ball and said he heard somebody clapping. That wasn't Michael Penix, and Michael wasn't ready for the snap. Do you know how much time was left on the play clock when they snapped that football?
I don't, off the top of my head, remember the exact time on the play clock.
2 seconds. They put a tight end in motion with 4 seconds on the play clock, and then they snapped it on accident at 2. When were they going to snap it, at 1? It's the craziest thing, Schaubby, and then you put your quarterback in a situation where he has to go and intentional ground it as opposed to use his athleticism and spin out of there. So now you're facing a 3rd and 20, okay? And talk to us about that play on 3rd and 20. What you think should happen, especially in that situation with so little time left on the clock?
Yes. So when you get to 3rd and 20, obviously the play before was a disaster, and we can hit on that next. But at 3rd and 20, and this is your chance to go win the game, you don't have to get all 20 yards. You have 2 downs. If you're Zach Robinson, you're telling Michael Penix in the headset, hey, we don't have to get it all right here. We have a 4th down play. Let's get half of it back, and if we break a tackle, maybe more. That's great. Let's run something where, we have some down-the-field throws, but you have crossers underneath or Bijan underneath that you can check it down to and let him go get the 10 yards to make it 4th and 10, which you have more plays in your playbook at a 4th and 10 than punting it away at 4th and 20. You can then decide, okay, we're going to go for it. We have way more plays in our playbook for that. So just get half of it back and see what happens on 4th down. But 3rd and 20, just trying to throw it down the middle of the field into triple coverage, you really had no opportunity to get that ball completed there. Going back to the 2nd down play, and here's my thing with it, and I know that all the colleges are doing this clap for the signal to snap the ball. And I get it, time's up a lot with your motions and your jet sweeps and things of that nature. I'm not a huge fan of it for this reason. You get a safety who's 13 yards away with gloves on, barely is really even clapping to make noise, and somehow you're uncertain of whether that was the quarterback. I think there's a lot of not sure and uncertainty there. That's why I just like signaling a leg up to the guard, tap the center, and then there's different things you can do with the head bobs and things to throw a defensive line off. But with the clap, using that all the time, then it leads to these moments in a crucial moment in the game where there's miscommunication.
Yeah, you can eliminate a lot of that. We have a 40-second play clock, I believe, after an incomplete pass. At the
25, I think, after the
at the littlest, it's 25. And if you can't get a play call in and get a motion done before 2 seconds is up, then it's your own fault. So that's a coaching problem, getting the play call in to the guy getting set at the line of scrimmage. The sense of urgency is not there for this football team. And this is in key moments, like you're talking about, those winning moments, when you can't have those mistakes are happening.
Well, let's also touch on this, guys. We punted the ball away with 2 timeouts. We should have had 3. We had to waste a timeout coming out of a penalty that we couldn't get a play called and get the snap off, and we had to waste a timeout there. We should have had 3 to where maybe we're able to force them to punt it because we can stop the clock and we can get it back. Obviously, that didn't happen, but you would never know if we had that 3rd timeout.
Yeah, and back to your point, Schaub, I think if you get 3rd and 10, you're obviously going for it on 4th down, which gives you another play. And that goes back to coaching for me. Like, when you play quarterback, the OC had to tell you, hey, it's 3rd and 20. Let's try to get half of this, wouldn't they?
Well, yes. That's exactly the first thing that should be coming into Michael's headset is, hey, it's 3rd and 20. We're just trying to, before you give the play call, just put that seed in his head. The more experience Michael Penix Jr. gets, he's going to know already, hey, I don't need all of this. I have 2 downs here. The first thing you say is, hey, we got 2 downs here. Let's get half of this back. So that just makes him aware that I don't have to force this deep in cut or some deep throw down the sideline. I can check it down or throw something underneath to just get some positive yards to make the 4th down more manageable.
Matt Schaub joining us here in the locker room via the Loud Security Systems Newsmaker line. Michael Penix Jr. is starting for the first year. We all believe that there are issues with the offensive coordinating, the scheme, and the quarterback. What is your take at this point in the season, now that you've been through 8 games, with this pistol formation and how this is either helping or hindering the development of Michael Penix Jr.?
Yeah, totally. We've talked about this before, and I think it's been a big topic of concern, even going back to last year, which we all understood with Kirk Cousins coming off of his injury and his lack of mobility with his Achilles, that they had to make it a pistol-centric offense. But when you look at Michael Penix Jr., his ability to throw the ball from a play action on deep drops and Bijan in this zone running scheme, when you're under center, you can sell things to the second level of the defense. You can get guys, linebackers and safeties, displaced to create space in the play-action passing game, but also for Bijan and the offensive line. You set up so many blocks when you're under center and you have to come away on a wide zone, put that ball out there, and whether it's a handoff or a play action, and you pull it down, if it's a play pass, you have displaced all the linebackers and all the safeties to where you can create so many big play opportunities down the field for Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and the guys. But if you do hand it off to Bijan, those linebackers had to run and go sideways, and that allows the offensive line to work their double teams up to those backers, and it creates so many spaces and alleys for that one-cut downhill running that Bijan has shown, and then the cutbacks there. But when you do it from the pistol, that mesh point happens so fast that you don't displace anybody, and you don't create any confusion for the D line. Is it a run? Do I have to flow down the line, or do I have to transition to my pass rush? Then you get these big pockets for Michael Penix, and then he can sit there and he gets 1, 2, 3 hitches to look downfield.
Yeah, no doubt, and it's not happening, and I don't know if it will because they don't seem like they're going to change anytime soon. I noticed Bijan, and listen, you're facing a defense on Sunday in New England that hasn't given up a 50-yard rusher yet. I think he ended up with 48 or 49 yards rushing. But there seemed to be frustration in body language, bad body language from Bijan. Just the frustration seems to be building up for him. Did you notice that at all?
I did notice it. The big plays just haven't been there the last couple of weeks, and he's a big play home run hitter. And the more he gets some 8-9 yard runs and then breaks a 20, like the better he gets, and the more in the flow and rhythm of the game, he just seems to find his niche. So I did sense a little bit of frustration. It's kind of growing. One stat for you guys to chew on or think about in your spare time is runs plus completions in a game the ideal number is to try to get to 50. If you can get to 50 runs called plus completions, your chances of winning are like 95% plus.
Oh.
But your chances of losing are about the same. We've had one game this year, the Bucs week 1, where we hit 50 plus and we lost. The other ones that we hit 50, we won, and we've lost every other game. We've only had like 38 the past 2 weeks, 44 1 week. So something to look at, not just with Atlanta, but across the league. That is like a magic number that I've always thought and I've always been taught. Get to 50 runs plus completions. And a lot of that had to do with being 1 of 10 on third down, right? So you got to stay on the football field to be able to get a lot of those calls and get more plays.
And that first game was a Younghoe Koo game. You missed a kick.
Correct.
And that should have given you an opportunity to win that game.
Schaub, tonight you get the college football playoff rankings. You're a Virginia grad, a very proud Virginia grad. Normally this time of the year, you're like me. You're not even watching. We don't have anything to cheer for. But you guys are 8-1 on the year. You lead the ACC. You've won 7 in a row. How proud are you going to be when Virginia's name pops up there, maybe inside that top 12?
It's going to be a really proud moment. It's going to be fun to see that. And it's a great for Tony Elliott and the program. It's funny to hear you, John, bring this up when your Miami Hurricanes lost at SMU. I didn't think you'd talk about any college football today. But it's a proud moment to be a Cavalier. So I'm going to enjoy it, and all my buddies from college were all texting. So it's a fun moment to be a Cavalier right now.
Now, Virginia, if you look down the road, it's Wake, it's Duke, and Virginia Tech. You win out, you're in Charlotte, and you play for an ACC championship with an automatic bid on the line at that point. So it's good to see you guys doing well. We got Mario'd, so I'm kind of used to this time of the year of my life turning upside down.
Well, we control our own destiny, which is what you want. I mean, I'm not going to go bash on the Hurricanes any more than I needed to, but, we'll see what happens. Wake's a good team, and Duke, their offense, I mean, they went in and clobbered Clemson the other day, so they're not going to be an easy out, and, anything can happen with a rivalry game in Virginia Tech.
Well, good stuff, Schaub. Hopefully things look better. Hopefully we find a win. It's early football, 9:30 kickoff for the Falcons, so they'll either ruin or make breakfast better this Sunday. We look forward to talking to you next week.
Absolutely, guys. Have a good one.